The early 2000s was an exciting time for Sega. They stopped making their own consoles and went multi-platform. Now a whole new generation could experience Sonic the Hedgehog, not just the older games, but the newer ones as well. Including Sonic Heroes, the one that everyone loved, brought world peace, saved the kids in Africa, and just kidding, people were very mixed on this game. But why are people mixed on this game, you may ask? And to answer your question, the people who hate this game don't actually understand how to play it. Wait. I know that sounds rude, but I keep seeing people play this game while either rushing through it or comparing it to Sonic Adventure 2 and just completely missing the point that those two games are very different. AKA, you need to play this differently. But instead of just saying get good and ending the video, I'm gonna tell you how to get good with some tips and tricks and a bit of how this game works, so you can give it a fair shot. But firstly, let's address some things I said earlier. Specifically, I keep seeing people play this game while either rushing through it or comparing it to Sonic Adventure 2. Now why is that a problem, you may ask? Didn't this come out after Sonic Adventure 2? Well, yes, but there's more. See, Sonic Heroes was going in a different direction. It wasn't really trying to expand upon the adventure formula, it was just trying to be its own thing with its team mechanic. And now you're probably thinking, okay, but aren't Sonic games still about going fast? Well, kind of. Sonic does go fast in his games, but there is more to them. What that more is depends on what Sonic game you're playing, but overall you can't just rush through them and expect to get away with it, or at the very least, not at the first playthrough. And this game is no exception to that. What this game is kind of a puzzle game where you need to figure out the best way to get through a stage with the 3 characters you got. With that out of the way, here's how you can use those characters to the fullest effect without fucking up, starting with Knuckles. He usually gets used when needing to smash some robots or anything that needs to be smashed. Most people when they play as him just spams the ever-loving shit out of B, which launches him towards an enemy. That is a bad idea, because as the game goes on, you'll find yourself with smaller platforms with no walls to protect you. So a risky move that launches you to death is not one you would take unless you know what you're doing. Instead, when you're in those situations, try and jump and then press B to launch your friends to smash the robots. It may take a bit longer, but like I said earlier, rushing through the game is not a good idea. Try and be a little more patient. Plus, you can still use the launching towards enemy button from time to time. Just make sure you're at a safe place. Next up is Tails the Twat. He usually gets used to fly over other platforms. But there is one small problem. Tails' flight meter is not very long, and it drains every time you move while in flight mode. Due to this, most people find themselves close to getting to the other platform before falling to their death. However, there is one thing you can do to avoid that. Instead of pressing jump and immediately press jump again to activate flight mode, try and jump as Tails, move a little forward for a bit, and then press jump again to activate it. Now you're more forward and can make it to the other platform without even having to worry about the small flight meter. Because as my ex once said, it doesn't matter how long it is. What matters is how you use it. He didn't use it very well. Anyways, let's move on to Sonic. With him, all you really need to know is that the homing attack has become a bit of an upgrade compared to the previous games. If you hit an enemy with it, you can be able to float a bit in the air by holding down A. That may sound like a useless fact at first, but as the game goes on, you'll find yourself in situations where you need to use the homing attack to make progress. So rushing through it by spamming A is not gonna be a good idea. You gotta be a little more patient. And that's all the tips and tricks I'll give. Is what I would be saying if I was lying. See, like I said earlier, this is a bit of a puzzle game, and most of the puzzles consist of killing robots. Most people would use Knuckles or try and spam the homing attack with Sonic, but there is one mechanic that, despite how much more useful it is, no one actually talks about. I'm talking about the power-ups. Basically, if you hit a checkpoint or beat enough enemies or just find them in the open, you can make a specific character stronger in a level. But how much stronger? While Tails can go from just paralyzing an enemy for a few seconds to killing a bunch of them with just a button press, Knuckles can go from punching to punching with explosions to kill more enemies. And Sonic can do a few more things, like killing a gold turtle with just a homing attack, get up the swivel pole with just one homing attack, and make the enemy's shield fly away with just one homing attack. Now you don't have to get those power-ups to beat the game, but they do make it a lot easier and more fun to beat the game. And that's all I'll say. No more lying. I obviously know there's more to this game, but if you've made it this far, you'll be fine. I hope this video will have helped you get an easier time with the game and maybe see it in a new light. If not, that's okay. There are still some valid complaints about this game, and I can still see why some people wouldn't like it. But if you do want to give it a go or a second attempt, just know that you're not gonna be good at first. But you will be. Just be more patient.